Few countries are spared the pain and suffering from natural disasters. Recovering from such disasters is expensive and can take years. Mozambique has experienced many natural disasters and ranks third among African countries most exposed to risks from extreme weather events. Recent floods and periods of drought have cost the country dearly in human lives, devastated communities, and infrastructure washed away or buried in meters of mud. In 2000 alone, the country's worst floods in 150 years killed 800 people, displaced another 540,000 people, and cost the country 20% of its GDP. If Mozambique continues with a business-as-usual scenario, extreme weather events could cost the country $450 million per year and displace 1 million people from coastal areas in 30 years.
There is a strong need to improve the capacity of monitoring of these events, the capacity to forecast these events. And the countries like Mozambique have no enough financial resources, have no enough technical capacity to invest in this sector.
Mozambique, however, is at the vanguard of efforts to make communities and infrastructure beyond the reach of the worst climate change impacts. With support from the climate investment funds, Mozambique is utilizing the $1.3 billion pilot program for climate resilience to change from a business-as-usual approach to broad-based strategies that can protect human lives and critical infrastructure from the increasing impacts of a warming planet. The country is investing a total of $100 million to reduce the risks from disasters caused by extreme weather events, including substantial upgrades and additional stations for monitoring the nation's weather and rivers. With the concerted effort of the government and support from the climate investment funds, the coverage of modern stations is projected to increase from 35% to 80%. Mozambique officials are also developing the tools to share this critical information among different agencies and those that rely on the information, including aviation and navigation services, farmers, and disaster managers. Early warning systems already improved as part of the country's disaster risk management work have helped to reduce human casualties from floods in 2013 compared to similar record floods in 2000. Better coordinated early warnings to local villagers allowed most people to move to higher ground. Still, more than 170,000 people had to be evacuated. US $400 million spent on short-term reconstruction costs, and economic growth was cut by up to 2.5 percentage points from pre-flood estimates. Having good and reliable information on weather and water resources is the foundation for natural disaster warnings on impending floods and droughts. Without it, building climate resilience is basically impossible. With precise and reliable information, better weather forecasting can help farmers to plan and manage their crops in the face of increasing climate uncertainty. Mozambique will also use climate investment funds to improve the use of land resources that will also help to improve food production.
The pilot program for climate resilience is really helping the country to tackle this challenge.
With help from the climate investment funds, Mozambique's efforts to protect their development and their future with critical investments and planning can show other countries how to meet the challenge of climate change.